Good evening, Seneca Valley. My name is Giovanni Rani Fadil Anton Baniot Musa Yusuf Salsa Deraisa, and I'll be your host for Seneca Scout tonight. We begin tonight in Nigeria, where more than 300 schoolgirls have been kidnapped from their school in the northwestern portion of the country. This is the latest in a string of abductions in which gunmen infiltrate schools, some posing as government officials, and hold students for ransom. So far, no group claims responsibility. Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari states that their primary objective is to get the hostages safe, alive, and unharmed. The government makes no plans to use force against the culprits in fear of children being used as human shields, but they also refuse to pay ransom so far. Acts like the Safe School Initiative have been put in place to better protect schools in Nigeria, while the government develops a solution for the criminal activity. But rural schools are more vulnerable than ever. The FDA has officially announced an emergency authorization for the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Through thorough analysis of the data, the FDA has determined that the vaccine meets their expectations and is considered safe to be administered. This will be the third authorized vaccine in the United States for the prevention of COVID-19. Unlike Moderna's and Pfizer's vaccines, which require 2 doses, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine will only require 1 dose. Due to this breakthrough, FDA Commissioner Janet Woodcock states that this vaccine will expand the availability of vaccines, hopeful that vaccines can be delivered to the American people at a quicker rate. The Johnson & Johnson authorization comes just 2 days before President Biden claimed that all adults who want a vaccine will have one available by summer. Moving on to more local look. New local businesses have been opening, and despite the situation the pandemic has created. Here's an inside look on a few of those local businesses.
My name is Lisa Fico, and she is Christine Border, and we're sisters. This is an independent bookstore. We hold about 1,200 titles. We are totally independent. We are not part of any major retailer. It's just us. We started from the ground up and made it possible. My sister Christine, she has always wanted to open her own boutique store, and I've always loved books and always wanted a bookstore. And so we put our heads together and decided that we would put a little bookstore together in Harmony. We opened officially on Friday, February 26th. It's been great. We had a huge turnout on Friday and Saturday. Saturday was very busy. Friday afternoon through the evening was very busy. A lot of locals have shown a lot of support. And yeah, it's been great.
We have our own farm that we grow our own produce on, and then this year we just actually opened up a storefront in Harmony. So far, we've met or exceeded my expectations. It seems like more and more people have been wanting to buy local, and it seems like there's a lot more people cooking at home too. So, we're still adding things all the time. We'll start getting a lot more of our produce. We'll start rolling in here probably end of the month, and then it'll just be new produce as it comes into season all the time. It was pretty overwhelming at times to see how helpful people were to kind of get us up and started. Wouldn't have tried to do it probably anywhere else, to be honest with you. This community is, I think, one reason why I think a lot of the businesses are going to be able to make it through this and then doing okay. And it's just the way that a lot of the businesses in town have kind of banded together to help support each other and promote each other. Some of the things that you see, especially on Thursday nights in town whenever we're doing the open air market, seeing a couple of the breweries getting together, and even though they're competitive businesses where they're selling the same type of a product, they're standing there side by side working with each other and having a great time.
Thank you for that, Ethan. Now moving on to more astronomical things, NASA's solar probe has captured a brand new image of Venus during its recent flyby. The probe was launched in 2018, and as it was zooming past Venus for some gravity assist, it took the opportunity to give us a new perspective on the Venusian surface. The reason this made headline news is because the planet typically appears like red, yellow, orangish in most photos, and scientists expected these new images to showcase Venus's thick clouds filled with carbon dioxide that cover the view of the surface. The camera was instead able to see through these rich clouds and reveal the surface, specifically the region dubbed as Aphrodite Terra. 5 Seneca Valley students, Ethan Bannon, Nick Foligno, Alex Mortier, Jonas Smeltzer, and band member Lizzie Silvis, have been accepted for participation in the National Association for Music Education. They will be representing the All East Chorus and Orchestra respectively, attending a virtual weekend in which there will be keynote speakers, master classes, rehearsals, and networking with various colleges and universities. In addition to this, the students will record their individual parts at home to be edited together for virtual performance, which will be aired at 8:30 p.m. on April 23rd. Lastly tonight, prom is a classic part of the high school experience, and circumstances with the coronavirus make this year's prom up in the air because of the safety concerns. The current plan is to hold a senior celebration outdoors, but questions arise about the safety and interest. The Seneca Scouts' Alex Osman asked several students what they thought about having an in-person prom. Take a look.
And do you like the idea of an in-person prom?
My name's Marissa Lemley.
Okay, well, I'm Lacey.
I am Benifra Sapai.
My name is Hayden Smith.
My name is Sydney McMurray.
My name is Jocelyn, and I think it's a good idea for some people, but some people can be discouraged from it because people will think that we won't be allowed in like groups with our friends and still need the 6 feet distance.
And I do like the idea of an in-person prom, even though I know what we have kind of planned right now. It's not really a prom, it's more of like a senior celebration, but I still support it, kind of.
I think as long as it's safe, I think we could do it, yeah. I think that would be a good idea.
And yes, I do like the idea of having an in-person prom. I think virtual might be a little weird. Like, you know, what would we do? Really just hang out and like, not even like talk. Like, what would we do? Like, just exist, I guess. So yeah.
And I do like the idea of having an in-person prom.
All right, do you think it's safe to have an in-person prom?
No.
Very, very direct.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not the safest option.
Okay, sounds good. Very to the point. Thank you very much.
Alex Michael Osman. That wraps up all the news we have for today. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Giovanni Salsa, and this has been Seneca Scout. Have a good night.